Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and today I wanted to make something that was super quick but also super delicious. Now, one of my favorite things to get in the world when I go to like even the market in the deli section are those Sesame Peanut Noodles. But usually sometimes they're too liquidy and they're just like, you know, there's not enough flavor or something. And I always said to myself, this is gonna be one of the easiest things to make in the Instant Pot. So why don't I put my little touch on this, like Thai Americana and I guess now slightly Jewish touch. Mostly probably just because it's my hands touching it. Regardless, we're gonna make the most amazing and easy Sesame Peanut Noodles ever. And if you've never used your Instant Pot before, talk about a great rookie recipe for you to go with. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna see how easy and delicious things can be made. So let's do it. Sesame Peanut Noodles in the pot. Alright, so the first thing I want to add to my pot is linguine noodles. Just typical linguine noodles that you get in the market. If you don't have linguine or you have spaghetti in your house, you can use that too. That'll just alter the cook time by 2 minutes, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's take this linguine out of the box and in batches over the pot, break it in half. Now, I know that some Nonas out there would chase me with digital rolling pins if they saw me do this, but if you're seeing me, I apologize, it's no offense meant. However, we have to break it so it fits in the Instant Pot. If we just put it in long, here, I'll show you. See, if I just put it in like this, well then unfortunately it's not fitting all the way in, and it's not gonna be mostly submerged in the liquid, it's gonna be sticking like this. Plus, it actually creates more portions when you break it in half, and I'm telling you, you're not gonna miss it at all. It's totally fine like this. And then when I break in each layer, I'm going to crisscross it, so one's going vertical and the other one's horizontal. And the reason I do that is to help prevent any sticking of our noodles when we cook them. Now I'm gonna add in between 2.5 to 3.5 cups of garlic or vegetable broth. You can use any other broth you want to, but using one of those two will keep it vegetarian. And the difference between the extra cup in there, the variance, is to determine if you want it a little bit more liquidy, but it's not gonna be super liquidy, as opposed to a little more thick. So the less broth, the thicker, and the more broth, the slightly thinner it'll be. Up to you. And now I want to add in 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce, as well as 1/4 cup of sesame oil. Now, it doesn't have to be toasted, it could be any kind of sesame oil really, but this is going to be something that helps it not stick together when we add this in here. It gives it some slickness. Alright, so now let's just press down on our linguine so it's mostly submerged in the broth. It's fine if some is peeking above it, it'll all get cooked. Alright, and that's it, time to pressure cook. Super easy so far, right? I'm going to secure my lid, make sure that I'm in the sealing position. Now we're going to come down to the control panel and we're going to hit the pressure cook or manual button depending on your model, and that might be located in a different area depending on your model. Just find it, not very hard. I'm going to go for 6 minutes if I'm using linguine on this, and like I said earlier, if you want to use spaghetti, you can go for 8 minutes. Just make sure that you're on high pressure, and that's it. And now that we're done, we're going to finish with a quick release. And the pin just dropped, so we're going to take our lid off. And there's our noodles. Now let's just take a stirring spoon and just stir them around in the pot, and you're gonna see they'll have cooked perfectly. They might be a little bit clumped together, but that's fine. Just move them around, they're gonna get broken up. There you go. Just some stirring them around in the pot is all it takes for them to become loose and nice and free-formed here. All right, now let's put on the final touches. I want to start with 1/2 cup of a smooth, creamy peanut butter. You can use natural peanut butter, you can use whatever you want. I mean, you could also use the chunky if you want to, that's fine, but I like to use the smooth, creamy. 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1 tablespoon of crushed or minced ginger. I like to use this stuff called squeezed ginger for this. You can find this in many markets, and many Costco's have it too. Looks like applesauce, 1 tablespoon of that. And now we're just gonna stir everything up in the pot. And this is what's gonna send it all home. Now I wanna add in some sesame seeds, and you can really add in as many as you'd like. I'm gonna add in about 1 tablespoon. I did a mix of white and black, but of course you can do either. And I wanna add in about 1/4 cup of some chopped peanuts. You could also add more as well. I'm also gonna add some scallions, but you could also just add this to garnish if you wish. So now let's stir everything up in the pot together. And there we have it, guys, Sesame Peanut Noodles. All right, let's serve it up. Nice bowl of Sesame Peanut Noodles where I've topped some additional sesame seeds, some of my crushed peanuts, and scallions on there that are nice and sliced. And guys, we are ready to dig into this deliciousness. Just look at how this is gonna be. This is gonna be a fantastic, fantastic Sesame Peanut Noodle here. Nice and sticky too, just how I like it. I don't like it when it's too liquidy. Let's try it out. All right, and here are my noodles, and I'm gonna give this a try. Just look at this. This is gonna be so delicious. I can just tell just by looking at it. You know when you can just look at something and tell it's gonna be amazing? That's what this is. Here we go. Mmm. 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 I mean, Sesame Peanut Noodles is exactly what it sounds like. This has a wonderfully rich peanut flavor to it, of course, with the peanut butter. Then you have the crunchy peanuts in there to top it with some texture. And of course you have the sesame oil, which we cooked it in, and the sesame seeds. Bringing together the flavors so nicely with the sweet and the savory. That's why we have the soy sauce and the hoisin sauce in there to also give it a little bit of a savory to it. Then you have the honey and you have the peanut butter to give it the nice sweet elements. I just love how it's all clinging together. To me, that's what sesame noodles should do. I like it when they're like that. I don't like them when they're too runny. Sometimes I get them and they're like liquid. This is the perfect consistency, especially when you let it rest for a few moments. So when you open the pot and you see there's some liquid left in there, that's good. We want that in there because that's what all the peanut butter is gonna meld into once everything is stirred up. So, so good. And you know what? This is one of those dishes that serves wonderfully hot or cold. So when you have leftovers, or if you have leftovers, or if you wanna make it ahead, just make it ahead and pop it in the fridge. Be perfect for later on, for a salad, for a nice side, or as a snack. Do I have a lot of sesame seeds in my teeth? It's hard for me to tell. Guys, if you enjoyed these videos, check out PressureLoveCooking.com. I wrote a cookbook called the Step-by-Step Instant Pot Cookbook. It's selling like gangbusters, what can I say, and I have you to thank for it. It's really one of the best Instant Pot cookbooks on the market with 100 recipes and step-by-step photos, color ones for every single step, as well as the final product for each as well. You can't go wrong with this book, I promise you. Also, check out Facebook.com/PressureLoveCooking and like that page anytime a new recipe comes out. Anytime I want to share a few things about my life, deals on item tips, things like that. And of course, at Pressure Love Cooking on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Yes, that would be all 4 of those. YouTube. There's so many social accounts these days. I guess I should get on TikTok soon, huh? Maybe? We'll see. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. And remember, when you make sesame peanut noodles, you're gonna want to be serving it by the oodles. A lot of people are gonna want it, trust me. Enjoy.